Hello YouTube, this is Crosscheck and welcome to another very exciting video. Today we are doing once again a all we know regarding the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. Recently there was a Microsoft event on which I was actually invited but got terribly ill in the middle of my travel, so I was not able to reach my destination, sadly. The good thing is, other YouTube personalities and media outlets did make it up there, and I have been watching everything I can lay my hands on. So I will be paraphrasing a lot said by YouTubers like FrugalSim, Airvoid, FlightChops and Castrator, and some others. Let's begin by answering some of the most commonly asked questions first. Actually, let's start by one of the questions I have been attacked by speculating on. Will it have a subscription model? Some of you have been extremely angry at me for saying we do not know because of an extremely vague post by the FSM team supposedly saying there won't be. Well, FrugalSim asked this question directly to the developers, and their answer, they do not know just yet. So there you go, it is neither confirmed nor denied. So yeah, holster your guns. What about the pricing? Same answer, they still do not know. When will the sim be released? We are expecting mid-2020. VR. We are having VR, right? No, sadly, at least not at launch. RTX? Ray tracing? No, but it will feel like if it was. That is kinda good because it means you won't need such a beefy computer as if it were. Multiplayer? Hell yeah! Shared cockpit? That actually is a maybe from the developer team. Multiple screens? Not on launch, but they do want to implement that down the road. PC specs? They have no idea as of yet. Will it come to Xbox? Yeah, but it will be a port of the PC hardcore version. So the PC comes first in all of its glory, and then a port is created into the Xbox down the road. Will it have helicopters? No, not at release, which in my personal opinion, it is an incredible missed opportunity. Shame. Moving on, let's talk about how the project started. Actually, the original project was a HoloLens project from the French studio Asovo Studios. That would be Alpha Sierra Oscar Bravo Oscar. They have been working on that project for 5 years now, and no, it didn't have anything to do with airplanes. It was a project that converted Bing Map satellite data into 3D data. Microsoft saw this, took over that project, and here we are today. Now jumping into the event. A lot of YouTubers and simmers were not excited at all regarding the new flight simulator. Some of the reasons for the lack of excitement was the behavior from Microsoft in previous installments. Basically, Microsoft abandoned both of their last simulators, FSX and Flight. So there was a lot of skepticism on Microsoft's intentions on this new sim. I am happy to say my faith was well placed. As FrugalSim, who used to be a non-believer, said, "This is the single most exciting and radical shift in flight simulation we have ever seen." I have seen all the content from the people who attended the event, most of them non-believers, and all of them, I mean all of them, were blown away. Jaws were dropped. I quote Airvoid, "Having a tool like this would have been invaluable during my training, and while doing my work as a flight instructor. Having a tool as amazing as this would have been quite incredible to have. I see this as a fantastic learning tool." In the event, recordings were not allowed of the simulator, so there is no content available like that. What we do have is a video sent by the MFS team for the attendees to publicize with their commentary. Such video is the one you're watching right now in the background. The attendees of course had the chance to try out the simulator for themselves. They were given free reign over the sim. They could fly anywhere at any time with any kind of weather. They claim that the footage provided by Microsoft depicts exactly what they experience. So there is no trickery here. Of course, if you know how satellite data works, some areas do not have as good satellite data. So of course in this video we are looking at the nice sceneries. But the thing is, what you're seeing is real. It exists, it works, it is playable, it is awesome. So what is Microsoft aiming for in this simulator? 3 things: realism, accuracy, and authenticity. Can't get better than that, can it? As we were speculating in this channel, the simulator uses 2 petabytes of data from the Bing Maps and gets them into the sim via the Azure AI. This AI is the one that creates the 3D objects from the satellite data, covers around 40,000 airports, more than 400 cities around the world, the whole world being VFR capable. What does it mean to be VFR capable? Basically, that those landmarks that you use to know where you are in real life while flying in VFR, you will be able to spot them as well in the simulator. something that has not been available in any simulator up to this date. Of course, you could download the scenery for the areas that you wish to do BFR in, but this is a whole new scale. Obviously, machine learning technology is being utilized for their AutoGen, Bing Maps, and Azure AI pipeline, so the process is improving with every day. Again, obviously all of this means that you will require an internet connection for the full experience, and Microsoft will be using an adaptive bandwidth system, which does sound like it will efficiently utilize your bandwidth data. Sceneries will be divided into type of sceneries, one of these being a full cache version, which you can fly offline as well, and the detail will depend on what you got on your cache. The rest of the stuff will be created by their AutoGen technology. The sky. The sky renderer is built from scratch. It will simulate pollution and humidity. This is being represented by the hue, color, and gradients in the sky. Clouds can be lit by the sun, of course, also the moon, and also the ground. And if there are clouds below other clouds, depending on the ray angles, one cloud can bounce light into another cloud. Obviously, everything will be casting shadows. Clouds will cast shadow into other clouds. You will also be able to see accurate rainbow depictions, proper 3D volumetric fog, different weathers in your area. For example, you can be flying in clear sunny weather, but you can see a couple of miles ahead some nasty clouds bringing furious rain, just like in the real world. New night engine as well, with a new day-night cycle technology. Also, we have a yearly cycle depending on the time of the year and the place in the world. The height of the sun will vary. We also are getting PVR shaders, so we can expect realistic reflections. The render distance of the clouds? 600 kilometers, boys! 600 kilometers draw distance. What do you think of that? 32 individual layers of clouds, which each layer having its own properties. All cloud types will be depicted, the wind is accurately simulated. I quote Airvoid once again, "It was not possible to find a scenario where the clouds did not look like they would in a real-life scenario," which is quite impressive. The rendering engine, of course, it is new. Also the audio engine, a lot of work has been going into those areas, so we're gonna be seeing really crazy stuff. Now jumping into the cockpits. New lighting, of course, we can expect way better default systems, new FMS for the airliners, touchscreens in the aircraft will be simulated, and we will get a new checklist system, which is interactive and will be able to aid new simmers in a fun, interactive way. Now let's talk about the hands-on sim experience from the attendees. Please note that some of them are real-world pilots, others were just fly simmers, and others just press with no much knowledge on aviation. But this info comes from the real-world pilots. The stock aircraft. In the stock simulator, fly as they should. Flight, trim, turbulence, stalls, spins, you name it. And yes, these guys tried to check out their houses in the sim. And yes, they found them. They found the streets they commute in each day, they found all of their neighbor houses. Needless to say, everyone was quite impressed. If you want to know if you will be able to see your house, jump into Bing Maps and search for your house. What you see is most probably what you will get. The vehicles on the ground do not give the impression of repetition, letting us know that there is a great amount of variation in them. To quote Frugal Sim once again, nothing out there currently comes close to what this flight sim does. It really is the next generation of flight simulation. These guys were flying on general aviation aircraft. They were using the Garmin 1000. You are fully able to use the Garmin 1000 as you would in real life. The controls on the aircraft available are fully simulated and fully usable. ATC was extremely basic at the time being, not really what we were expecting, but it should come later down the road. And I am expecting superb ATC. That is, of course, my expectation. Now, what about the flight dynamics? Well, as I mentioned before, a lot of people were pretty impressed with how they work. A lot of them being real-world airplane pilots, some commercial, some private. And what the developers tell us is that again they have developed the technology from the ground, as well as an air mass simulation and a new collision model. So is this blade element theory, like DCS or X-Plane 11? No, not quite, but also it is not lookup tables like FSX. So it's something new. Yes, a brand new thing, next generation sounding. About 1,000 surfaces will be simulated in the aircraft. So you will not have like the full aircraft just entering a stall. The stall will begin in a certain area of the aircraft. It can be It can be in the middle of the right wing, or it can be on the tip of the left wing, and then it will start stalling the rest of the aircraft depending on how you attend to that situation. It does sound similar to blade element theory, but as they state, it is not. Regarding peripherals, it is supposed to support all of them, so all of your weird flight sim peripherals that you may have, they should be good to go. The simulator will also show more variables than other sims. For those of you who know about FSUIPC or XPUIPC, or also all of you guys that are cockpit builders, these are great news. Anyway, that was pretty much it. That was a lot of information. It was pretty fun doing all the research. I hope you guys got some new information from this. As we can see, the simulator is coming hard and it's gonna be really exciting, and I'm gonna keep you all up to date. So click that subscribe button if you wanna stay up to date, and happy flying! Cross check out.